to In-Laws and Crime. I'm Ashley.
I am Megan, and this is In-Laws and Crime.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
For
once
episode
again,
21.
21.
I know. And we changed locations.
And we are switching it up once again.
The couch was fun, but we kind of like...
was fun, but we want
like this. Yeah, to be able to...
Well, this feels more lake housey because they have this beautiful fireplace here.
Which I think we should get some candles in it until we're ready in the wintertime to light a fire in it.
Yes. So stay tuned. We're trying to play with our visual aspects for people that watch on YouTube.
I like it.
Yeah.
It was a lot of moving furniture today.
We had to move a lot. And if Steve and Carol, if you're watching this, we will move it back.
You will never know
You will never know we were even here. We're like pod ninjas.
Well, okay. Well, I don't have anything for crime files. That was my fail, but you've got something.
I have. And I'm sure everybody saw this. There was a horrendous, violent
road rage
incident in Tyler. And so for anybody and if you can hear Cooley, he's our cat, the lake house cat.
He's meowing.
He's right here. If you can hear. Okay, that's enough, Cooley. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, Cooley. Thank you. So anyways, Tyler, Texas, apparently a 23-year-old Ben Wheeler man has been charged with a murder in connection with the fatal road rage shooting that occurred Friday evening in Tyler. Dayton Morgan is accused of killing 29-year-old Trevor Julian during an incident at the intersection of Grand Boulevard and Biloxi Drive around 5 p.m. on Friday. But apparently these two gentlemen pulled up to the same red light, and the victim, Trevor, got out of his vehicle to confront this Dayton Morgan character on, I guess, whatever they were road raging about. And Dayton Morgan decided to pull his gun out and just shoot and kill Trevor, which is just horrendous. And from what I read, there was children in the same vehicle as the victim.
Yeah, Julian's wife and 3 children were in the vehicle.
Insane.
I don't know what happened, but I did read an update on it that said that Dayton admitted to doing it, obviously. And he waited for police to arrive, I believe.
And he also admitted that he didn't feel threatened. Like,
yes.
Isn't that wild? Did you read that?
It's crazy. Yes, I did. And, but so why even pull your gun? Yeah. And then pull the light was going to eventually turn. You could have been on your way.
I do have an insider.
And he was unarmed. Julian was.
Yes. He didn't have and he wasn't even, didn't have anything in his hands. Well, anyways, I have an insider, not connection, but a friend of a friend of a friend who knows the shooter.
Oh, really?
And that's all I'm going to say.
Okay. Thanks for nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Just strung all along there, but it's not shocking. I'll say that. That he's where he's at now.
I have something for our corrections file if you're finished with your...
I am finished. Crime file closed. There you go.
Okay. So I couldn't just sit with the true serum thing. So I looked it up. It's not a legal use. And they did use it back in the day, but it was even still questionable using it.
Okay.
So they're no longer, because basically they're drugging you for answers, and it's unrelated when they get... Of
course.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you looked that up.
It was just eating away. I was like, surely we don't use this today.
Know. Like everybody in fear, like they're going to shoot us up with serum.
Yeah.
But the only thing I looked up, I think, was what the medications were. Yeah. And then I didn't even put that in my thing.
Yeah.
So good job.
Thanks.
Wow. That's insane. I'm glad they don't use that anymore.
They do not.
Okay.
They do not.
Well, I think that's it. Nothing for farm fall. So,
okay.
What do you got for us today?
Let me tell you.
I'm excited.
So we're going back to our little cousin. Again, we're going to be in the Dallas area.
Oh, our neighbor.
Our neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a pretty current event. So I'm going to take you back to October 2020.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, okay.
Okay. A woman named Teresa is sitting at her desk working away when she notices her cell phone is being psycho-dialed by a number she doesn't know. And of course, she ignores it because who answers an unknown number?
Yeah.
Right?
Not I.
So it just kept ringing, 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 ringing. And finally, it stops for a moment. And then she gets a call from her supervisor. And so she obviously answers that call. And her supervisor says, Teresa, you need to get to the Green Tree Apartments right now.
Oh, crap.
And Teresa's like, what? And she's like, get to the Green Tree Apartments right now. Something has happened to Alyssa. And so Teresa's like, what happened to Alyssa? What happened? And she's like, I don't know, but get there. So Teresa takes off and she arrives at the Green Tree Apartments, where she's immediately met by a sergeant. And all she sees are police cars, EMS, fire trucks. Everybody's there on scene.
Terrifying.
Yeah. And so she's approached by a sergeant, and who explains that her daughter, Alyssa,
so this is her daughter.
Her daughter, Alyssa, was involved in a shooting.
Oh, my God.
And Teresa immediately started screaming.
Yeah.
She's dead, isn't she? She's dead. And the sergeant just said, yes, ma'am.
Oh, I got goosebumps.
Yeah. She said, yes, ma'am, she is. So this was her 24-year-old daughter, Alyssa Burkett. So let's talk about the events that led up to this horrid moment.
Yeah.
Alyssa worked for Green Tree Apartment Complex as an assistant manager, and she pulled into her usual parking spot at 9 a.m. And as she parked, a black Ford Expedition pulled up right next to her, and the driver had a gun and was pointing at her. She didn't know.
What the crap?
The attacker shot right through Alyssa's car window, striking her in the head. An eyewitness was only about 15 feet away from the attack when he heard the gunshot. And he turned around to try to figure out, like, what on earth is happening. And this is when he sees the black Ford Expedition slowly backing out of the parking place. So the gunshot that had been shot into Alyssa's car window had destroyed her left eye and part of her face. So as the attacker is attempting to flee the scene, thinking Alyssa is dead, but in fact, she was still alive.
You're kidding me.
So Alyssa is able to get out of her vehicle, and she starts to head to the apartment complex to get work from her coworker. So she's like right up front.
Holy crap.
So she's not like a distance. She's
and
like,
she
it's
didn't
like
even
right
get out of her car. They pulled up beside her, shot
her right through the window, and then backed up to take off. So she starts making her way to the front of the complex to get help from her coworkers. So again, as her attacker is fleeing, he looks in the rearview mirror and sees that she's still alive.
No.
He throws the car in park, gets out, takes a full run, and is heading toward Alyssa. Draws a knife and just begins stabbing her.
What the hell?
So let me just tell you that this girl fought hard. So she's already been shot in the face.
Yeah.
And now she's being stabbed repeatedly, and she's fighting. And they know this because there's all this, her bloody handprints are on a window at the front of the apartment complex where she knew a coworker was sitting on the other side.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah. And honestly, how long it took her to go down too.
Wow.
So her coworkers, however, can hear the commotion, but because they heard the gunshot first, they were real fearful that they were dealing with an active shooter.
Yeah.
So they all took cover and nobody went out to help Alyssa.
Oh, that's so sad.
So after he basically stabbed her to the point that she fell to the ground, and believing she's dead, the attacker takes off. So Alyssa hangs on long enough for her coworkers to call for aid and to come out and try to assist in, bless their hearts, any way that they can. But by the time EMS arrives, she had passed on.
Oh, that is so sad. Just knowing how hard she fought.
Yeah, real hard. So at the examiner's office, they noted that Alyssa had been stabbed and slashed 44 times.
Oh.
Yeah, 44 times.
44. Well, that is personal.
Isn't it?
Personal.
So at the scene, investigators asked Teresa, her mom, Alyssa's mom, if she had any idea who may have attacked her daughter. And without 1 second of hesitation, she says, it's Andrew Beard.
Who the hell is this?
Teresa, still just in hysterics, tells investigators that Andrew Beard is an evil person and that he has been in an ugly custody battle with Alyssa over their 2-year-old daughter, Willow.
Oh, no. Oh, Willow.
Willow Ann.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that is a precious name.
So 2 years prior to Alyssa's attack, she met 30-year-old Andrew Beard on a dating app. The two had a short fling because they were just in 2 different places in their lives.
Yeah.
Andrew was well established in his career working for a tool company. He owned his own home. He even owned his own little airplane. And
Damn.
Alyssa was 22, like living with roommates, still figuring things out, going out, like partying, just having a good time, like just living life.
Yeah.
So she wasn't ready to settle down like Andrew was, right?
Yeah.
Well, shortly after the fling ended is when Alyssa found out that she was pregnant. So the day she found out she was pregnant, she went rushing to her roommate and best friend, Shelby. Shelby was also a young woman figuring out life. And when Alyssa tells her, she's like, I'm pregnant. Mm-hmm. Like Shelby basically was like, yikes.
Yeah.
They're there because what do you do, when you're that young and we're not planning to have children this young.
Yeah.
So she's like, yeah, I don't know what to say to you right now, but I'm here for you. Ugh. So, I mean, who would know what to say?
Yeah.
I would have had the same reaction as Shelby.
Yeah.
So after the initial shock of the pregnancy was over, Alyssa began to get really excited about having the baby. And she grew even more excited when she found out it was going to be a girl. Mm-hmm. During her pregnancy, and I mean like at the early stages of her second trimester, Andrew told Alyssa that he wanted full custody of the baby, to which Alyssa was like, yeah,
no,
absolutely
thank you.
not.
Thank you, but no.
Mm-hmm. So
how odd.
Yeah. So that's when things started going really downhill for them, was when he was like, I'm getting full custody before the baby was even born. And she's like, yeah, no, you're not. So Willow was born July 23rd in 2019. Alyssa's friends and family said that she took so naturally to motherhood and that Willow was just her world.
Yeah.
But we still have Andrew lurking in the background wanting full custody of Willow. And unfortunately, Alyssa was afraid it could happen because Andrew was well established in pretty much every area of his life. And like we know from earlier, Alyssa didn't have much.
Yeah.
But she was not going to go down without a fight. So Alyssa went back to college and landed a good job as the assistant manager for the Green Tree apartment complex. Mm-hmm. While Andrew didn't have full custody, he shared joint custody with Alyssa, which meant he had Willow several times a week, but that was not enough for him. He continually drug Alyssa in and out of court until he drained her of every penny she had.
What the heck?
Mm-hmm. So in the documentary, when they're going through this custody battle, they interview. Oh, I didn't tell you that, but I'll go back and tell you where I got this. Oh, well, I got it on 48 Hours, which is the show I was telling you about.
Okay.
And it's I think it's season 37, episode 10. I'll have to go back and look in a second.
Okay.
So they interview Andrew's mom, whose name is Lizette, and she basically says that he was acting out of love and care for Willow, not out of malice. Like he just because he loved and cared for her so much.
She said Andrew had a little bit of control issue.
She said Andrew always acted out of love and from his heart. And that on days he had Willow, he toted her around in a carrier on his chest and was always reading to her. And that he wanted her to see the world. And you know what that sounds like to me?
Great. That's all great. But she has a mother.
I know, but it sounds like just parenting, doesn't it? We always want more for our children.
Yeah.
We grow up.
Congratulations.
We read to our children growing up. We hold them when they're little. Like, congratulations, you were a dad.
Yeah. Good job.
Like, I just can't.
Good job for holding your child and reading.
Congratulations, Andrew.
I mean, all of that's well and fine. Like, you want her to see the world. Okay. Well, include her mom into it too. I mean, what do you need her out of the picture for?
Exactly.
For all of that.
Exactly. Why would you want that for your daughter?
Yeah.
To not have a mother?
I mean, a daughter needs a mother.
She does.
Damn it.
We don't think we do, but we need them.
We do. We question it sometimes, but.
So finally in March of 2020, Willow is 8 months old, and things finally calmed down between Andrew and Alyssa. Like they found kind of like, okay.
And how old was he again, Andrew?
He's in his 30s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang.
So there's about like a 9-year age gap between them. So Alyssa had started dating a new guy named Ben.
Oh.
And Andrew himself was also dating a girl named Holly Elkins.
Okay.
Alyssa was thrilled that Andrew was dating someone. She had hoped that this would help settle things down even more for everyone.
Yeah.
Like he had a distraction now.
Yeah.
In fact, Holly sent a message to Alyssa that read, and I quote, "Look forward to having a super healthy relationship with you and Ben." To which Alyssa replied, "I hope your influence helps because I'd love nothing more for all of us to have a healthy relationship."
Okay.
But it wasn't long after that text exchange that Andrew became increasingly aggressive again about having full custody of Willow. And he drug Alyssa back to court.
What in the world?
Mm-hmm.
And she's not giving him any reason to. It's not like she's on drugs or, a delinquent of any kind.
Correct.
That you've said.
Hang in there.
Hang
in there. So Teresa says that Andrew had become hateful and rude with each interaction, not the all warm and fuzzy that his mom liked to paint him, right? That he was just sweet, loving, and
yeah. Okay.
was that.
Eye roll.
Eye roll. As things progressed, Alyssa began to feel that she was being watched. She told her family that Andrew always seemed to know where she was and what she was doing.
Creepy.
Teresa said that Andrew knew where Alyssa would go or had been, and he also knew where Willow was at all times. They weren't sure how he knew at the time, but he knew. So,
this was, pause, back in 2020?
Yeah, 2020, so 6 years ago.
Yeah. He's got something going on with her phone, I'm sure, or something.
Yeah, he's got something.
Okay.
We'll find out. So one night, Alyssa went out with some of her friends to a bar in downtown Dallas. And guess who walked into the bar that night? Andrew Beard.
What the heck are you doing here?
What are the odds that out of all the bars in the Dallas Metroplex,
Because there's a lot,
that he walked into that one?
do we know what bar this is?
It did not say.
Dang it.
I know. So they're like, yeah, Alyssa is clearly being tracked.
Yeah.
But again, they just have no idea how. So now we're in September of 2020. This is 1 month before Alyssa is attacked. Police were called to Green Tree Apartments. The caller, who said his name was Frank Morrow, called to report that he witnessed Alyssa selling drugs out of the back of her car while at work.
I'm sure she was Frank Marlowe.
So police show up and confront Alyssa. She immediately hands over her keys for the vehicle to be searched. She's like, hey, I've got nothing to hide.
Yeah.
When they opened the trunk, they discovered drugs, a pistol, and cash.
And
We're back.
Stupid internet.
Okay. Okay. So
They found something in her vehicle.
So when they opened the trunk of her vehicle, they discovered drugs, a pistol, and cash. Exactly where the caller said these items would be. So after Alyssa was questioned by police, it was clear to them that Alyssa had no idea that there were drugs, cash, and a pistol in her car. Police concluded that the items had been placed in her car, and the call made by Frank was in order to frame her. Like they're like, this is a plea to frame you for drugs.
Yeah. I'm glad they found that out. Or like they, Yeah.
So Alyssa knew immediately this is the work of Andrew in order to gain custody of Willow.
Yeah.
So after all this BS went down, Alyssa texted her roommate stating that Andrew was going to try to kill her next. She just knew it.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, she's like, it's going to escalate. Of
That's
course.
so sad that she's having to live like that.
In fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get to that too.
Oh, my gosh.
So, of course, this put her friends and family on high alert because if Alyssa's theory is correct, Andrew's behavior is going to keep escalating until he got what he wanted. So Alyssa was also afraid for her safety that she was so often afraid for her safety that she would call her roommate or her sister to come outside, like when she got home, and she would call them to like come outside to like walk with her, or to make sure that the moment she got to the door that they closed it and locked it behind her, or to see if they saw anybody weird lurking around or something out of place before she ever got out of her car to come in.
That's terrifying.
Isn't that horrid?
Wow.
Like, I can't imagine living in that type of fear. So at this point, like, I'll be honest, I'm not sure why they weren't able to connect the drugs, pistol, and cash to Andrew.
That was my next question.
Yeah,
like did he ever get convicted of anything?
No, like, no.
They find it out later.
Yeah, they assume it's him. Well, they do connect him to it eventually.
Yeah.
He's charged with much greater things than this. So anyway, yeah. Okay. So at this point, we don't really know.
Yeah,
we'll get them. And honestly, she can't get a restraining order on him because we all know how hard it is to get a restraining order. You basically have to be assaulted.
Well, and it's just, I mean, a restraining order. Let's be honest. If somebody's wanting to kill you and you have a restraining order, what are you going to do?
Right.
Throw the piece of paper at them when they come at you?
Exactly.
I mean,
right. Well, and like, she can't even prove stalking. He's only showed up one time where she was at, right? He knew where she was. Like, I don't know if like that's a thing. Like, he knows all of her whereabouts. But anyway.
Man, good thing back in the day when I had some crazy, boyfriends, we didn't have all that technology yet.
Oh my gosh. A girlfriend of mine went through a divorce years ago, and we know where we're like, hands down, her ex-husband tracked her for a while. He would just show up everywhere we were.
That is disgusting behavior.
He would know. He'd be like, "How was lunch at Mercado's?" Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was awful.
I would have texted back, "It was wonderful. Should have been there, but you're not because you're a weirdo."
Okay, so a month later is when Alyssa was brutally attacked. And so far, police believe that the killer is Andrew. Mm-hmm. The family knew that he had planted the drugs at work, and that they believed also that he was going to take her life. Well, at the scene, investigators have learned that Willow was with Andrew the day Alyssa was murdered.
Holy crap.
So at this point, Teresa is begging investigators to bring her grandbaby back to her and get her out away from Andrew.
Yeah.
So they had no idea to what extent Andrew was going to go. Like, this is what he did to Alyssa. We can't believe that Willow's not in harm's way.
Right.
Like, we want her home.
Yeah.
So within a couple of hours of Alyssa's attack, Andrew was pulled over in his F-150 for a traffic violation. So in the truck with Andrew was Holly, his girlfriend, and baby Willow. Police are interviewing Andrew, and they said that he was very cooperative, and that he wasn't nervous or amped up at all. In fact, police let Andrew, Holly, and Willow go.
Oh my God, guys.
At the traffic stop, they did seize his truck, to search it because he's their main suspect and he knows it. And the police instruct Andrew that they're like, you cannot go home. We have a warrant to search your house, so you cannot go home. So
they don't place him under arrest.
They do not.
But they take his truck and they tell him, we've got a warrant to search your house.
Correct.
But you can go hang out somewhere.
But you can go hang out somewhere. Don't go far.
How does that work?
I guess because they didn't have any evidence other than like,
true.
motive for Willow or whatever, and all the things leading up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he's their best suspect. Yeah. This guy's going to be taken to Kentucky.
Hey, it is a late night record, and you're doing great.
Thank you. Thanks. Okay, so yeah, they told him like, you cannot go home. You need to go stay in a hotel or something.
Yeah.
So police then head to Andrew's home to begin searching, and what they find is pretty critical to the investigation.
Oh boy.
So let's go down this list.
Okay. List of things they find? Mm-hmm. Oh, fun.
Up first, a piece of paper that they find at the bottom of his backpack. At first, it doesn't look like much. So when I was watching the documentary, like, do you remember like back in the day, like your mom or your dad, they wrote on every freaking piece of mail, junk mail.
Yes.
And you couldn't throw it away because it had a number or something, or
somebody's ID on something.
An appointment reminder, like on the back of your TXU bill.
Yeah.
Like, this is what that was.
Okay.
And so they didn't think much of it at the time. But as they're looking further onto the envelope, down at the bottom, they see the name scribbled at the bottom, Frank Morrow. And next to his name is the number that called to 911 that day to report Alyssa selling drugs out of the back of her car.
Wow.
This little scrappy piece of paper also had Alyssa's license plate number, color, make, and model of her vehicle. Literally all the information Andrew would need to make that 911 call.
Wow. So that's how they connected that.
Next, we have a tracking device along with
crap.
chargers and battery packs that match the tracking device they found on Alyssa's car.
So he wasn't just iPhoning it or like he
may
literally
have
had a tracker on
her car. And then like
What
the
a
replacements and
psycho.
battery packs and stuff to keep it going. Is that not wild?
That is wild because he would have to like periodically go up to her car
Correct.
and redo the battery on
Exactly.
it. That's
Yep.
ugh.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep.
I don't like it.
Okay. So the search of the F-150. Police weren't sure that they were going to find anything because remember, this wasn't the car used in her murder.
Yeah.
He was in a black or whoever.
Yeah.
Was in a black Ford Expedition, not a white Ford F-150.
Okay.
But Andrew did not disappoint.
Oh, okay, good.
In the truck, they found a liquid foundation that was far from the skin tone of Andrew or Holly.
What?
So they believed that Andrew used the foundation to help disguise himself. At the crime scene, they also found a sheath that went for the knife, but they couldn't find the knife, and they never found the gun. But so that's all they found in the Ford.
So he literally tried to change his ethnicity,
He did.
basically.
Correct.
That's disgusting.
Mhm.
Wow.
Correct. So our big ticket item, though, was the black Ford Expedition. They found abandoned 1 mile from Andrew's home.
Oh my God. He didn't even put any effort into it. He put more effort into changing his ethnicity than getting rid of the whole freaking
Indeed, he did.
vehicle.
So it turns out Andrew had purchased the Expedition just for the purpose of the murder.
What are we You're that... God.
Mm-hmm. After he abandons the vehicle, Andrew is caught on Ring doorbell cameras running through the neighborhood from the direction where he abandoned the car toward his home. Like literally caught on Ring doorbell cameras, like hoofing it.
Like a freaking idiot. They'll never catch me. He, he, he.
Okay, so what did we find inside the Ford Expedition? Blood was the first thing, of course.
Wow.
And it was Alyssa's.
Yeah. I can imagine so.
They also found a fake beard, which tracked with what the eyewitness accounts were saying, that it was a bearded man.
Mm-hmm.
And with all the evidence that they had found literally everywhere around Andrew, they had, enough to issue an arrest warrant.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, Andrew, Holly, Willow, he still is Willow, remember?
Yeah.
And Andrew's mother, Lizette, don't ask me why, are all staying at an Airbnb together. And a call was made to Andrew that he was going to be arrested. 3 days after Alyssa was killed, Andrew turned himself in, and Willow was returned to her grandmother.
His mom? Or Alyssa's
Teresa.
mom? Oh, okay.
Alyssa's mom, not Lizette.
Wonderful.
Not Lizette.
Thank God. Thank God.
Okay. So, of course, we know Lizette believes the police have the wrong man.
Mm-hmm.
It couldn't possibly be her sweet and loving Andrew who reads books to Willow.
Yeah.
Right? Girlfriend Holly was also having a very hard time believing Andrew took any part in Alyssa's murder. In fact, she volunteered to come in to talk to police about the events that unfolded that day.
Okay.
Holly is in tears in the interview room, basically saying, "You have the wrong man. Andrew couldn't do this." She's like, "I'm engaged to this man. You can't expect me to believe that this amazing person, my fiance, is capable, much less killing another woman." So the interview went on for an hour, and she was insistent that Andrew had an alibi. And investigators were like, "Okay, what's his
What
alibi?
is it
Like,
then?
let's
Yeah.
hear it." She says, Holly says Andrew was home with her when Alyssa was killed.
Oh, no.
Police push Holly, stating, she knows that there was a few hours where Andrew wasn't accounted for. But Holly stood her ground and said that Andrew never left the house that day to her knowledge.
Don't lie to him.
Police again. Holly, we know he wasn't there. Ring doorbell footage.
Yeah, he was running down the street.
We know he wasn't there. But she just says, well, I don't know that for a fact. And then she goes on to say that she is so clingy that she's, in a quote, up his ass kind of girlfriend. And there's no way that he left for a couple of hours without her knowledge. So the interview ends. Holly is zero help. So that's it with that. Holly, but get this is so weird. Holly and Lizette continue to live in the Airbnb together and become connected at the hip.
What?
They bonded over their shared belief that Andrew was innocent.
I think Holly may have a teeny tiny.
Don't spoil it.
Okay.
The two even made a little pact that they would never go anywhere without the other one.
Okay. Ladies.
Weird, right?
Ladies,
Now
that's enough.
Hold on. I'm about to tell you how long they've been together in this.
Oh, how long her and...
Yes.
Oh,
2 weeks.
I'm sorry. No. I should bleep that out in the editing.
Oh, no. We're going to leave it in like you do for me. Everything stays in. Anyway. Okay. So 2 weeks. Andrew had been in jail for 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, they've made this inseparable bond, pact, whatever. But in 2 weeks, Andrew was able to bond out, which is amazing to me.
Yeah.
But so Lizette was beside herself that her son was coming home until his case went to trial. But then something odd happened. Holly flipped a switch and was not happy that Andrew was going to be bonded out. In fact, the day before Andrew was released, Holly tells Lizette that she's leaving and that she's going home, and home is in Michigan.
What?
As she tells Lizette that she's leaving, her bags are already packed and an Uber is already on the way.
Oh, dang. What happened?
Why you running?
Yeah.
Why you running, Holly? Mm-hmm. Well, you can imagine Lizette's surprised at this reaction. Why the day before Andrew
supposed to be blood sisters.
Exactly. We're doing everything together. Like, she's like, why now? We've been bonding for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We're supposed to never leave each other. And Holly was like, yeah, about that. I'm out.
My gosh.
But once Andrew made bail, one of the detectives was so concerned for Willow's safety that he actually reached out to the FBI to take the case over on a federal firearms law because an unregistered silencer was found in Andrew's home. So so I didn't know a silencer was used. I didn't say that, but it was he owned an unregistered silencer.
Yeah.
So after the FBI reviews the case, they fully agree with the detective, and they're like, "Yeah, Andrew needs to be off the streets,
away."
So yeah. So 8 days after he bonded out, he was rearrested.
Wow.
So Andrew would ultimately be charged with cyber stalking using a dangerous weapon, resulting in death.
Wow.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
1 year and 8 months after Alyssa's death, Andrew called his mom and tells Lizette that he's going to plead guilty to murder. Lizette panics, saying, "You're not going to plead guilty to something you didn't do, though, right?"
Oh,
and Andrew was like, "Yeah, well, I did it.
I did it.
I did it."
Ugh.
Because remember, Lizette this whole time has stood by her son's innocence.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know how, when you go to trial, that you could possibly continue to stand by him. But
I know after hearing all the evidence and stuff, I mean...
She's like, but is that really Andrew? Yes, Liz, it is.
Yeah. Mm.
So she's like, she's can't believe it, honestly. And she's like, he's just so loving and he's too smart to commit such a stupid crime.
You would
because
think
it was so stupidly executed.
You would think so.
But Andrew tells her that he did it. He killed Alyssa. And Lizette is broken at this point, and still in his defense that it was a single moment, a heinous, out of character, broken moment. That's what she says.
That's what Lizette says.
He just snapped for a hot minute.
Well,
Snapped.
that's still no excuse. No, he didn't snap. He
planned.
cyber-stalked her.
Yeah, this was planned. This was premeditated.
Yeah.
This wasn't like I had a lapse in judgment.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So Andrew pleads guilty to murder, but he drops a bomb on police. He's like, you know what? I want a lighter sentencing. I want a plea deal for this information I'm about to give you. So Andrew became basically an open book about the killing of Alyssa. He said, I'd like to talk about Holly Elkins.
Oh, Holly.
So remember, Holly fled to Texas and headed home to Michigan 2 weeks after Alyssa's death, one day before Andrew was released from jail.
She fled to Texas.
She fled from Texas to Michigan.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, did I say that wrong?
You said she fled to Texas.
Oh, I'm sorry. She fled to Michigan from
Okay,
Texas.
got
Sorry,
it.
my bad.
And then she's in Kentucky.
And then yeah, she's about to be in Kentucky. So Andrew just like literally starts spilling the tea. Okay.
I'm sure he does.
In order to get, again, a plea deal. So he basically says it was clear that Holly hated Alyssa and that the water.
And
we're back.
we're back once again. Sorry.
Okay. So I'm going to start back. It was clear that Holly hated Alyssa, and the waterworks in the investigation room should have earned Holly a Daytime Emmy Award because they were 100% fake.
I can see it now, and I don't even know what she looks like.
Holly would describe Alyssa as an ugly, fat, terrible mother. In fact, in Holly's cell phone, Alyssa's contact, I'm going to give it to you. I hate this word, but it was cunt baby mama.
What in
was Alyssa's name?
How much hate do you have to have in your heart to even act like that?
So I'm just going to tell you this. If you have a minute and you want to look it up, because every time I listen to a podcast, I look up immediately who people are talking about. If you look up Alyssa, this girl is stunning.
I'm going to do it right now.
She's beautiful. She has bright blue eyes, dark hair. She's thin.
What's her last name
Burkett, B-U-R-K.
My disappointment is immeasurable.
And we're back
for the third time.
Oh, we're so sorry, guys. The internet is we're going to figure it out, we promise. Just please bear with us. But I did look up her picture. Alyssa is gorgeous.
She's not beautiful.
We will post a picture of her on our Instagram.
I know. When
her and baby Willow in this one picture.
Precious.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she's got the sweetest little curls.
Which don't call somebody fat. That's horrendous to say, but she's not.
She's not. Okay, first of all, who wasn't rocking it when they were 24 years old?
Right?
Yeah, she was rocking it even after the baby. This girl had it going on.
Next, I'm going to look up old freaking Holly.
Well, good luck trying to find her without a filter on.
Imagine that.
Anyway, so yes. So basically this was out of pure jealousy about how
I'm sure
beautiful and put together that Alyssa was.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that Holly was an unattractive person.
Yeah.
But I mean, in comparison.
What's making her unattractive is her demeanor and her freaking horrendous attitude.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're not going to be fans of Holly in the end.
Yeah.
So investigators believe that Holly wanted that picture perfect family and that she needed full custody of Willow to make her fairy tale come true.
Oh, geez.
And honestly, Alyssa was in the way of that. The more Andrew spoke about Holly, the clearer the picture had become to investigators. Andrew said Holly ran the show. She told him when he was going to do something and how he was going to do it. So back to the planting of the drugs, that was Holly's idea.
Oh my god.
But before that, Holly tried to get Teresa arrested. Let me fill you in on that little story. So Holly and Andrew did not return Willow at their scheduled time. So Teresa and Alyssa got in the car. They drove over to Holly and Andrew's to pick up Willow. When they get there, Holly is sitting in a golf cart in the driveway with Willow in her lap. Teresa gets out of the car, walks up to Holly, takes Willow in her arms, says absolutely nothing to Holly, gets in the car, immediately passes Willow just across the console to Alyssa, and they hightail it out of there.
Yeah.
So after Teresa and Alyssa leave, Holly calls the police to tell them that she was assaulted
Oh my gosh.
by Teresa, the grandmother of her fiance's child. Police arrive on scene with body cams rolling. And as they interview Holly about the events that took place, Holly said that Teresa attacked her from the side and scratched her across her chest and her stomach. So police take pictures of the scratches and, take the report.
Mm-hmm.
And then they head over to talk to Teresa. And Teresa was almost like laughing. She was like, say what?
Yeah.
So Teresa explains to police that she never touched or even spoke to Holly. Police showed Teresa the pictures of the scratches across Holly's chest and stomach. Teresa and Madison, who I haven't talked about yet, but Madison is Alyssa's younger sister.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So Teresa and Madison, and they're like looking at these pictures or whatever, and it's clear from the angle of the scratches that they're self-inflicted.
Yeah. I didn't have to see photographs.
So it was like from the shoulder down, from the shoulder down across her chest, and from her stomach, straight across.
Wow.
A
couple of geniuses here.
Yeah. So the whole time she's probably on the phone with police. She's like scratching herself.
Wow.
Such a dummy.
Better word than I used a while ago.
And police agreed with her. They're like, yeah, we believe these were self-inflicted too.
Good. It sounds like the cops were pretty much on.
They were, but it's like not enough was done.
Yeah.
Right? We have a dead mother.
Yeah.
Not enough was done. Like they have all these things happening, these crazy things. And I just don't think Alyssa was protected enough.
I know. Well, and I've heard this said before, like, unfortunately, the cops and law enforcement have to be reactive instead of proactive just because there's not a whole lot they can do until an actual crime is committed. But hopefully one day we can get to a point where I think harsher convictions for like stalking and stuff like that. I think, maybe one day, fingers
There's
crossed.
just so many crazies out there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Anyway, so just a million red flags, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So either way, when getting Teresa arrested didn't work, that's when Holly needed a new plan. So Holly tells Andrew, your previous attempts haven't worked to get custody of Willow. So here's what we're going to do now.
Oh, no.
So she tells them that if he's worthy of being a man and loving her, then he'll do exactly as she says.
Ew.
This is a text from Holly to Andrew.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, Mima. This is too bad. I don't want anyone who is a pussy to some low-life pushover. I want a man who protects his woman and his child before anyone else and who doesn't give two fucks otherwise.
Calm down.
End quote. Andrew tells investigators that her manipulation tactics worked, that she had beaten him down enough that he was so emotionally drained he just said okay to whatever Holly wanted.
I don't think so. I'm going to go ahead and disagree with that. I think y'all are both screwed up in the head.
I'm sorry,
Andrew.
Manipulated enough that you can commit murder?
No, sir. And you were already doing the creepy crap before you even met Holly.
Stop it. Get some help.
So sorry.
Take 4.
God bless. Take 45. Okay. Where were we at?
Oh, that he basically was manipulated by Holly and that he did everything that she asked for because he was just so emotionally beaten and abused. Or whatever.
Oh, yeah. A bunch of bull crap.
I know, but I'm just sorry. Where's your moral compass that you're so... Okay, first of all, when somebody's asking you to commit murder, where's your moral compass going, you know what, maybe this person is unhealthy for me? You're asking me to kill somebody for you.
Yeah.
An innocent woman.
Once you mention murder around me, I'm gonna
red
bow
flag.
out.
Red flag.
Hi,
Cooley. There's Cooley's Tale if you're watching on YouTube. Okay. So, all right. So that's what he says. Okay. A week and a half before Alyssa's murder, Holly took a trip to Mexico. Took a little trip to Mexico with some friends where she continued to blow Andrew up.
Oh,
hi, Cooley. Come all the way in.
Okay, so Holly took a trip to Mexico.
with some girlfriends.
Okay.
So as she's, on the beach, just skipping around, drinking margaritas and such, she's blowing Andrew up and she texted him. This is again another quote. "I hope you handle it. I'm not coming home to some bullshit."
Ew.
Andrew replied, "That's my goal." Holly, "Well, it will be a whole different conversation if I feel like you're my ride or die. If not, then I don't know."
Well, okay. What are we on right now? It sounds like it sounds like Too Fast, Too Furious over here. Like, what are we doing?
These were text quotes. So again, like I said, this is all while she's partying it up in Mexico. And investigators interpret these text messages as either you're with me or you're against me.
Yeah.
So Andrew goes on to tell investigators that after Alyssa was dead, Holly begged him to tell her every detail about Alyssa's murder while they were laying in bed.
That is disgusting.
Sick. You deserve to be in Kentucky.
It never ceases to amaze me how people find each other, how these sick individuals find each other. Like, what?
So for this bit of information to police and what they find right after they investigate and whatnot, Andrew has receives 43 years in prison.
43 years in prison?
Mm-hmm.
That's all he got?
Yeah, he'll be out in his 70s.
Oh, God. Guys,
Oh, easy, Cooley.
So sorry. Cooley's really wanting to be in this
Again, if you
podcast
watch the YouTube, Cooley's all up in our space today.
He's all up in it. He
All
only
right.
got 43
years. Now, I don't know what his sentence, like his span was the first go round, but for the murder, he's only getting 43 years. So he'll be out in his 70s. So he'll have missed all of Willow's prime anyway. And at this point, when she finally learns what he did, like she's not going to want to be any part of him anyway.
Yeah.
So in July of 2023, okay, 3 years later, Holly was arrested by federal agents in the Miami airport as she was returning from a trip to the Dominican Republic. Like, I just hate that this girl just went out and lived her life. So granted, 3 years, it took Andrew a year and a half, almost 2 years really, to bring this information to investigators. So he bought her own time. Holly, of course, pleaded not guilty, but was charged with conspiracy to stalk and stalking using a dangerous weapon resulting in death. Holly's cell phone had a lot of evidence on it.
Wow.
They found in her search history on tracking devices, there was evidence that she was with Andrew the day the ammo and the knife were purchased for her murder. They also tied Holly to the makeup that was purchased to disguise Andrew's natural skin tone.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure she walked into this local freaking...
Little Ulta, yeah. Ulta, yeah, and bought it, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So while Andrew is, pulling this "I've been manipulated" card, he's clearly still a monster in this story because he brutally attacked Alyssa, not once, but twice. Let's not forget, he turned around and went to finish the job.
Yeah.
And then he also, tried to paint her as a drug dealer. Excuse me. So later on, when investigators asked, why do you think Andrew returned to stab Alyssa? And Andrew's response was to investigators that it was a mercy kill. Hi, kitty cat.
That it was a mercy kill.
Mm-hmm. That he knew she was suffering. And that he didn't want her to suffer. He wanted to end it. No, you didn't want to be ID'd. You didn't want to be ID'd.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Sir.
Trying to be old freaking, what's his name? Angel of Death that I covered.
Yeah. Oh, William Davis.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ow! Do not knead me like biscuits.
I know.
So, yeah. So they knew, I'm sorry, hold on. I skipped too far.
Cooley is distracting.
Yeah, he is. Quit trying to make biscuits on me.
Come here.
Anyway, he's like, I knew that Holly was going to keep going for her. So I just ended it for her.
Yeah.
Okay. So while Andrew acted alone, he didn't plan the attack alone. So in April 2024, Holly was convicted as a co-conspirator. The jury only deliberated for 90 minutes and came back with a guilty verdict and sentenced her to 2 life terms, which is much longer than Andrew received.
Wow.
And good. You monster.
Good.
You absolute monster. Who wishes a child's mother dead?
Right. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
I don't get why Andrew, though, didn't get a bigger sentence, like life.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's crazy to
I'm
me.
sure the family was upset by that too.
Yeah.
Okay, so remember when Holly took off to Michigan just before Andrew was released? Well, when she returned home, she hooked up with one of her longtime friends, a girl named Stephanie. And Stephanie was interviewed about Holly. And she said, yeah, Holly never once ever mentioned a man named Andrew, a girl named Alyssa, or a baby named Willow.
What?
Not once. Stephanie had no idea who investigators were talking about.
That's terrifying.
Stephanie tells investigators that Holly jumped in, making a new, when she got back to Michigan, she jumped in making a new life for herself. She got herself a new condo, a new Lexus, and a new man.
What? That is terrifying.
So Stephanie said Holly always had a guy, so that this behavior of hers when she got home was not unusual.
Yeah.
She also said that Holly always had a knack for wrapping these guys around her finger, like a cat and mouse game, and Holly was always the cat.
Ew.
Yeah, she always had control and was always a manipulating piece of trash.
I was about to say, I wouldn't describe her as a cat. I would describe her as something much more.
Yeah. But we're not going to end on Holly because she doesn't deserve it.
No, she does not.
We're going to end on Alyssa and her family. Alyssa's mom, Teresa, and Alyssa's younger sister, Madison, do everything they can to keep Alyssa's memory alive in Willow's life because she was only 2 when her mom was taken. They take Willow to celebrate every holiday at Alyssa's grave, which you would think is so sad, but they make it a fun thing. They literally decorate the graveside, Christmas lights, hearts for Valentine's. They just do it up, and they release something or whatever, and they just talk about her. And anyway, just very, very sweet. It was it's sad, but it's happy that a fun thing that they do. So they dread the day that Willow finds out the truth about what happened to her mom and honestly her dad, because she lost 2 parents.
Yeah,
right? She lost
absolutely.
them both. So not long after Alyssa's death, Teresa said that Alyssa came to her in a dream.
Oh.
She said that the dream was so real and so vivid. She thought this is reality. This is real.
Yeah.
Teresa said, she said, come on, Alyssa, let's go home. And Alyssa stopped and said she never wanted to return home. And that she never wanted to come back to their world because she was safe now and no longer had to live in fear for herself or for Willow. And that's the story of Alyssa Burkett and the monster that was Andrew Beard and Holly Elkins.
Wow. That was insane.
Yeah. Okay, and so let me go back up and tell you, I'm pretty sure it was, I was right. 48 Hours on Netflix, season 37, episode 10.
Okay. Wow. Well, good job. That was insane.
Yeah.
And we'll post her picture and stuff on our Instagram because she was gorgeous.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And sorry for all the
the internet issues.
we're gonna have a lot of editing to do.
I'm sorry, Meemaw, for my bad words.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I bleeped one of mine out, or I'm going to.
It was just a quote. It wasn't me. It was a quote.
And we're sorry because Cooley, I'm pretty sure he was rubbing on these wires, so there's no telling what our audio just sounded like while he was rubbing all over things. So sorry about that.
Yeah,
lake house cat life. So, anyways, but okay, well. Y'all come back.
subscribe, and share.
Rate 10 review.
Yep. Follow us on all of our socials: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Apple, YouTube.
Yes. Email us
at inlawsandcrime@gmail.com.
Yes. And come back next week and keep your roots deep
and your head on the swivel.
Bye.